So my name is Laura Britton and I am the Waste and Education Graduate Officer for RCT. So I chose my job role because I had done some work experience for the council maybe March 2020, just before I finished uni, and I really enjoyed it. I was based in the 21st Century Schools programme. I got to see all the amazing work that they do with the communities, all the exciting programmes that they're involved in. And then in August, when I was writing my dissertation, I saw that the graduate roles had released, and I noticed that 21st Centuries had released my role, and I just thought it would be a great opportunity to apply for it, considering I'd already had experience in the council in the past.
My name is Nicola Jones and I am the Strategy and Operations Officer for Waste Services at Rhondda Cynon Taf Council. I manage the recycling and refuse collection services, as well as back office admin support for trade waste and our graduate schemes. We need employment skills within waste ranging from operational to technical staff. Within the operational, we've obviously got the collection staff who are very important within the teams, but we also have the awareness and the education staff. And we've recognised that we need all of these skills to achieve our ambitious Welsh Government targets. And we need to look at how we are producing waste and how we can reduce the waste and recycle the waste that is left. Because we do appreciate that we need joint forces within the council, and not one department can recycle all the waste. We need everybody on board, that is staff, different departments, council buildings, and our 114,000 households within RCT.
So with the graduate programme, you're enrolled onto a project management course, which is really useful. It provides you with lots of different skills, which enables you to do your job more effectively. I've also been enrolled into a carbon literacy course where I learned all about carbon footprint and how that affects the planet. And I've also been enrolled onto a waste management course, which has obviously really benefited my role.
Within this service area, we need our graduate officers to need a 2-1 degree of any discipline, and they will have to show experience of research and teamwork. The recruitment process as such is mainly online to start off with, and will consist of a competency-based interview followed by a presentation or more in-depth interview. And within this process, we are looking for candidates who have excellent communication skills and teamwork, as well as a willingness to learn, to explore, and more importantly, to help us make RCT and continue to make RCT a great place to live, work and visit.
You really need to be able to communicate and influence with people. You know, part of my role is talking to lots of different people about different things to do with waste and recycling. You need to be able to work in a team. I'm based in 2 separate teams, the waste team and the catering department. So liaising with those 2 groups is really important to make sure that everybody has the same ideas and wants the same things. Another soft skill you need is making sure that you are understanding different people's needs, you're listening to what they want, and you're managing expectations as well.
The salary for the graduate officer at the moment is £27,000 per annum. And the potentials for the role then is, once the scheme has been completed successfully and all qualifications have been gained, the graduate officer can then apply for other roles within the council, and this includes management and technical roles.
So this is the brand new Recycling Education Centre, and it's based in Bryn Pico, which is where your recycling is sent to in your food waste before it's sorted and turned into new products. So it's brand new. It unfortunately hasn't been used because of COVID, but it's hopefully where pupils are going to be able to come and learn about recycling and the process of where it happens. And hopefully we'll be able to do sessions in here in the future with the community and with pupils, which will be really exciting. So the centre has lots of interactive sections. So here we've got the life cycle of a bottle. So you can learn about what happens to your bottle if you put it in a recycling bin instead of the general waste. So now I've shown you around the space, we're going to go and take a look at the recycling centre, Amgen, and we're going to look at the MRF and see what happens to your waste once it goes through and how it's all sorted. So the waste is brought in from lorries which you see going up and down your street, and it's dumped off into this massive warehouse before it's sent up to the MRF and sorted. So right now we're going up to the MRF, which is where all of the waste is sorted and separated before it's packaged off. Okay, so this is the production line, and this area is doing cardboard and paper. And so this is the control room, but we're not going to go inside, we're just going to... So this area here collects a lot of the small seal products. So this here removes all of the waste that can't be recycled, so like film, and it blows it, separates it from the plastic that can be recycled through an air chute. So this is the aluminium line, and what you can see is people picking off are things that aren't aluminium, so can't be processed in that stream. So they're going to be taking away the things that can't be recycled with aluminium. This is the same concept, except this stream is processing steel. So this is the paper and recycling section again. It's like mixed recycling. So anything that can't be processed with paper and cardboard will be picked off by the guys there. This is the mixed plastic line, so what the guys are doing there is removing any film, but that won't be wasted, that will hopefully be turned into plastic bags. So normally up there, we could go and see it, and we could see the waste being processed, but it's all under maintenance at the moment, so we're going to follow back down. Okay, so here is all of the cardboard and the paper, and so what happens once all the waste has gone through the MRF and it's been sorted, it's cubed up into these bales where it is sold on and reproduced into other things. So right here we have the paper and the cardboard, and then over there is the aluminium, and then there's also residual waste which will be sent to incineration.
The roles that are available within the teams at the moment, first of all we have the graduate officers who help us to explore new ways of thinking, new ways of working, to work with young people and to see what will make them reduce, reuse and recycle their waste. But we also have other roles in the team to link in with our public and to find out what they want, what will make them become greener and to reduce their waste. And we also have to link in with external providers as well, as we all work towards the Welsh Government targets.
The best aspects is definitely working with lots of different people. Working with the council, you get to mix with lots of different teams. No day ever looks the same. There's always new, exciting work to be doing, and yeah, just meeting lots of different people. If I was speaking to somebody who was looking to apply for a job within the council, you know, I'd say that you should definitely go for it. They're an excellent employer. You're going to be in an environment which is wanting you to succeed. You're going to be surrounded by people who are going to want to communicate with you. They're going to want to work with you. If you ever have any questions, nobody is going to bat an eyelid if you need help with anything. It's a really supportive area and employer to work for. Sustainability is a massive thing at the moment. You know, loads of international organisations are like pushing for sustainability along with the government. Climate change is at the forefront of everybody's minds. This role is really exciting because it makes people think about what they're consuming and how they're disposing of their waste. And you know, we don't get a second planet, so we all really need to be tuned in to how we can do our part, whether that is just by putting a plastic bottle in the recycling bin instead of the waste bin, to make sure that we are preparing ourselves for a greener and brighter future.
The opportunities within our service area are very wide-ranging, from collection staff, from customer services staff to people who deal with our local businesses and trade, through to education and talking to schools, primary schools, community groups and local colleges, right the way up to technical staff who deal with how we produce our waste, how the waste is broken down, recycled. They also deal with producers, where we can stop the waste from occurring in the first place.